Om Shanti and good evening to all the pillars of Baba's light, to all the pillars of light. So welcome to the evening session. Just now you saw a beautiful picture of Baba's rock, yeah? So did you go and sit there for a while? Usually, during whenever I'm at Bhawan, we used to go for Baba's rock. And in the evening, when we return, we usually go to Om Shanti Bhawan for World Peace Hour. So we're going to do that today the same way. We will go to Om Shanti Bhavan for World Peace Hour. But before that, as we are into this theme today, experiencing or feeling the power of the gathering, we would like to listen to someone very special and dear to us to share something very sweet and loving for us to take as inspiration for further reflection on this theme. We're going to have someone who sat in front of Baba at the age of 8, and Baba spoke in the Murli the phrase spiritual leader. And today, she has become that spiritual leader that Baba mentioned in the Murli. And that is no one else but Jayanti Ben, our sweet Jayanti Ben, who is the European and UN representative for United Nations in Geneva. So she is the special person we're going to be interviewed today. And one thing that I remember when the early time when I came to Gyan, I was sustained by her commentaries. She's very good in giving beautiful commentaries as well. And she has also headed the COP, that is for environment, the environment current series of United Nations COP climate change conferences. She has headed our BK team very successfully in all the different series they've had. And to interview her, we will have Sister Manda Patel. And who is Sister Manda? She is the RC's rep for Double Foreigners Program. So now let's listen to this interview of Sister Manda interviewing Jayanti Ben.
Om Shanti, good morning.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do the formalities of introductions because we want to keep this brief, but also I don't think there's anyone probably in the Brahmin family who doesn't know you. So well, thank you for being here today. And I really consider myself to be hugely fortunate to be here at this time. Hadn't planned it, it didn't come because of Kadibulsar at all, but I'm here. And of course, you were going to come for that Janki's Memorial Day, and you came a little bit early. So we're living in an interesting time, really historical time. So after Daddy Gulsa's passing, what is your sense? What do you feel is the atmosphere, and what do you think is going on?
You know, when Daddy Chanki came back from India at one point, a few years ago, and Daddy Gulzar was already in Bombay, she said the Sakar period finished, then it was the Abhyakt period, and now that is finished, and now it is the incorporeal period. And I had sensed it at that time, But when she articulated it in those words, I was a little shocked. And I think this was at a teacher's retreat in Moringen in Germany. And I think everybody there was, again, a little stunned that she should put it so categorically. And so, in a way, when I used to go to Bombay in the last 3 years to meet Daddy, and I went about 5 times in 3 years, it felt as if Daddy had already ascended to another level, because I don't think she ever spoke to me in any one of those 5 meetings. It would be a very sweet drishti, and it was a drishti of recognition, but Daddy was silent. And so I took the message from that she's not wanting to get into words, she's wanting to do more tapasya and just stay above. And so I see that Madhuban has been without Dadiji for 3 years already. And so on a physical level, it's the same. And on another level, of course, there's a recognition that an era has finished and Dadi has ascended. And the messages we've been getting through a variety of trance messengers, which is interesting. It's been 4 different messengers we really experienced in the last 10, 12 days. And the message is that she's very much with Baba, and Baba's work is going to be very fast from now. And on the external level, a little bit of uncertainty as to how things will develop and manage. But on the spiritual level, no question, we're absolutely moving fast to the conclusion. And of course, you'll all remember that 2017, in December, around December the 4th or 5th, when Avyak Bab Dada had come actually in Madhuban, Baba used the term Samapti Varish, the year of completion. And there were so many classes and workshops and discussions about what does it mean? What does it mean? And I didn't understand. I don't know who else did or didn't, but I didn't understand that Baba was actually saying this is now the closure of Avyak Bab Dada's part. And then I was a bit surprised because when on December 31st, when Brishman Bhai and Nubet Bhai were talking to Baba on stage, and they said, what title should we give the coming year? And Baba didn't repeat that it's the year of completion. And then Baba said, this is the year to be whatever it was at that time. I don't remember precisely, something to do with tapasya and making sure you don't lose your happiness, something like that. And again, it was a question for me. Baba said completion, and now Baba's giving it a different name. And of course, now it tallies completely. Baba's signal, it's the end of the era, and the last final message before the new year, what it is children have to do now. So it's definitely historic, as you say.
So the atmosphere, what are you sensing is the atmosphere now?
Oldies, and I don't mean necessarily in age, though many of us have grey hair now. Yes. For those who've been long time with Baba, a little bit of uncertainty about how the yajna is going to function, because otherwise there was always the thought that if there's a major query, Dadi Gulzar can at least go to Baba, bring back a message, even though that didn't happen in the last 3 years. But there was still that subtle thought. And now, yes, for the oldies really, on an external physical level, in what way will Baba intervene? Yesterday's message with Vedanta Ben was beautiful in that Baba is in charge, Baba hasn't abandoned us. And so that brings great comfort to my heart. Theory I knew already, but it was nice to hear it from a trance medium, that this is what Baba's saying. For the new ones, I think that the new ones I've been meeting, and I meet anyone for say 10 years or less, they are okay. because they've not had that closeness to the daddies, and so they're not missing anything in a sense. A couple of them say, well, we didn't get that opportunity, but most of them, in a way, they're moving with the tide, and they're okay, and they're feeling that Baba's in charge, in our Nirakar, incorporeal Baba.
It's true, I suppose. And of course, you know, the 25,000s have been coming to Madhuban. They've had little exposure to the daddies in the way that we met the daddies so intimately. But for me, just the feeling that, you know, it is that the daddies seem to check out a few years before they actually go to train us. Daddy Kumarka, she checked out 3 years before she actually went. Daddy Janki the same. Daddy Gosa exactly the same. So really the feeling that they wean us off, if you like.
I feel that that's been God's grace and mercy, that it's not happened suddenly cut off. Even with the Avyakt Bapdada incarnation, we saw gradually the Murlis become shorter and shorter, and then just about a paragraph, and then just the Drishti, and also, of course, Daddy Gulzar, as you said, checking out, not available every single time that Avyakt Baba came, was supposed to come. So yes, it's true.
So Daddy Gulzar had such a unique role in the Yagya because of her personality, of this incredible silence and stability and stillness and softness and sweetness. What is a legacy do you think she's leaving behind for us?
If I think about the things that Baba said about Daddy Gulzar, because sometimes from time to time Baba would take up the subject of the chariot, and Baba said at one point that because she's so humble, she's willing to let go of the ego, the identity of the self, and just let Baba come and take over for however long, totally surrendered. And she's also nirsankap, free from thoughts, and you could feel that in her stillness, that if you saw her sitting quietly on her own, you could feel that she was just lost in Baba's love, and that stillness was absolutely tangible. And so, yes, I think that this is the legacy. Shiv Baba coming in her, Bapdada coming in her, is then, of course, a very different personality. But she, on her own, very much surrendered to Baba, and very humble, and very much lost in Baba's love. And her purity. 8 years of age in 1930s, those children were very, very pure and innocent. Today, a child of 4 is, you know, adept at all these devices, and they're teaching their grandparents. And so they're exposed to a lot of stuff. They don't know what they're watching and listening. But in that era of the 1930s, Daddy Gulzar, Daddy Ratan Moini, Ishu Daddy, Daddy Lachu, you know, all these people we know, there was no external influence. And Baba protected her because as soon as Baba saw that this is a soul who has a special gift of trance, Baba called her from Kunj Bhavan, where it was 60 Kumaris and choo 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 choo, lots of sweet chat, nothing else, but just chat. And then brought her to Baba Bhavan, where he stayed in Clifton, and there was quite a distance, about 5 kilometers between the two places. And in those days, it wasn't so easy to get transport. So she was really kept in Baba Bhavan, very secluded. And so we don't have that sort of opportunity, but her purity had a deep impact on everyone. And I think that this is the legacy, the purity, the innocence, the silence, the love for Baba.
In 10 minutes, I come here for meditation in Daddy's room. And by the way, we're sitting here in Daddy's sitting room, Daddy Gulzar's sitting room, and I come here for meditation in her room. There is, I feel like there's a presence of a softness, there's a presence of cleanliness somehow, of purity, which I think is what we have to tap into nowadays. So what do you think it is that we have to do? What is it that we have to let go of to be able to hold that? I think we all have a taste of it, and that's why we're here still, after all these years and making effort for it. But what do you think that's holding us back in really capturing that and staying with it?
If I were to summarize it in 2 words, then I'll explain a little bit more. But one would be desire, and the other would be attachment. And so in terms of desire, I don't think any of us have aspirations for promotion in a career or a wonderful place to live or anything like that. So it's nothing external. But maybe there's a little bit of the I that comes into service. I really would like to do this, write a book. I really would like to be able to connect with so-and-so and bring them to Baba. They would be such a wonderful mic for Baba. And so I'm putting desires in that category. And so I understood quite a while ago that even that is a desire, because the people I think should be the mics might not be. Whatever is in their destiny, that we have to wait and see. The daddies never had the thought, this one will be the mic or that one will be the mic. They never chased after people in that way. And I'm using a very gross word, I know, but that subtle desire and then that trying to work towards that. And very often it doesn't happen. Sometimes it may. And so I think that's holding us back. Instead of just being in touch with Baba and watching the drama, and that doesn't mean being passive and sitting and doing nothing. I do what I need to do, but I don't do it with the thought of service. I do it with a different attitude. I want to be Baba's instrument to serve souls. And so if I'm reaching out to somebody, I'm not doing it for the outcome, but I'm wanting to serve that soul because I see that that soul needs Baba. And so desire in that way. And then the second thing, the attachments. I'm seeing again on a very subtle level. Here's a companion who I get on with, and so service with them is easy for me. I don't have to think too much about sanskaras and adjusting and being flexible and all of this, but it's natural and easy. But what if this companion is no more there for whatever reason? I don't know the reasons, but whatever reason. Can I still be as easy, as natural with anybody else, or even not just one other person, but with several other people? And so that's one thing, people. But also, I think that many of us are in a comfort zone in our own places. And if we're not in a comfort zone, we want to create a comfort zone. And so I think that attachment still to the physical dimension is keeping us in the physical dimension. And once we let go of these, then we can fly.
So it's interesting that you mentioned the daddies generally too. My sense is that when the daddies were there, we felt, even if you didn't have a personal connection, you felt that there was someone there, someone holding us, someone elder, if you like. And now there is a bit of a vacuum in that regard because of not just their individual personalities, but their collective relationship with each other really kind of brought something. So what do you feel that we need to do now to bring that about for those around us?
I would add to the words you were using, a sense of safety.
Yes.
And it's a word that's come up in a few conversations in the last some days.
Yes.
And so I think that, A, they need to see seniors, and I don't like that word, but it describes a whole collective, like you would normally say the daddies, and it meant many, not just one.
Yeah.
In the same way, there's a whole band of people, the seniors who've been with Baba 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. And so the deeper the unity within that group, the easier it will be for that group to provide that sense of stability and safety that all is well. And then the effort that wherever it is we are, and now I'm not even talking about 50, 60 years but with Baba, but I'm talking about whoever is an instrument in whichever role they play. I see that stability, faith, and the power of concentration, these things combined create that pillar in which you know that other things may rock and shift, but that pillar is always going to be standing there. And so, and this is of course what we saw in the Dadis, stable, especially Dadi Gulzar. I mean, we have amazing scenes of Bab Dada of commotions going on. And Bab Dada is totally detached and totally merciful. And not just detached and uncaring, but merciful with it, whether to the person who's creating the commotion or even for the gathering. But Dadi Gulzar, I've seen that in her so many times. There's a photograph that I have that Yogesh Bhai from Turkey sent me, because I talked about that incident. Going in a boat from the mainland to an island for a program, and it's a small boat for 10 people. And suddenly there's a huge storm, and we're in the Bosphorus, and you don't know how it's going to go, because like the water is coming over the edge of the boat even. And Dadi's face, you'd think she was sitting just in a chair in a garden and not in a boat, or certainly not in a state of stormy upheaval. So Dadi had that ability just to be still and stable under all circumstances. Others too, but I'm here with Dadi Gulzar at the moment very much. And so I need to develop that ability to find that stability within myself and that connect with my own inner stillness, but also how deep is my faith. Baba is in charge, Satyu has to come, whatever my antics may be, whatever my childish behavior may be or not be, and hopefully I've gone beyond all of that, but even if I haven't, Satyu is going to come, and the days are not very far off. And so, yes, I think that all of us need to step up again. You know, when Dadi Janki moved from London to India in 2005, you and I were in a discussion with a few others. We have to step up. And I think the same thing applies. And now, not just because the Dadis are not physically here, but because it's a signal. When the Dadis are not physically involved in all the activities of Madhuban and the world, it's saying that not just that it's the next generation, that definitely, but just look around at the state of the world and everything's falling down. And so this is the time that we really have to make sure that our stability, our faith, and our connection with Baba, concentration, and I need that connection with Baba so that I can connect immediately and know that the signal I'm getting is not my mind playing tricks, it's not the influence from outside, but it's Baba.
I think this is the real thing now. Two things I want to comment on. One is that people have still the same expectations that they had from the Dadis, from our next generation. And there might be a bit of a feeling of a disappointment that, you know, the next generation is not like the Dadis. And I think it's probably connected with what you said earlier on, that Daddy spoke about, Daddy Janki, that it's the time of the incorporeal, that we all have to now learn to take that direct sustenance from the incorporeal. But connected with that is this last bit that you're talking about, is trusting yourself in that connection. I think this is where we miss. We may have it, and we're catching signals, but we doubt ourselves. Whether, is this right? We feel we need to reaffirm this with someone else. Or so. I feel that for myself. You know, sometimes I catch things and I have a sense of something, but I feel, you know, I'm wrong, I shouldn't be doing this, and so then I may miss that opportunity. And so really to be able to trust, do you have any sense about that?
I think you're absolutely right, but I think that the trust in yourself grows when you've caught a signal from Baba and it's turned out to be correct. And so the more I begin to do that, just simply be in silence and see what direction is Baba giving me. And if it turns out to be right, then I know that I'm on track. And if I'm way off track, then I have to sort it out and again rebuild it. But that's why we lack the trust, because we haven't experimented with it. And the more we experiment with it, the more experience will guarantee that, yes, I am moving in the right direction.
So last question, time is moving on. We wanted to not be too long. So you traveled with Daddy Gulzar to many places. Do you have a personal experience where you experienced the impact on the gathering of Daddy Gulzar?
Daddy Gulzar in different countries, different situations, and doing two fast tours. In 2009, 2010, I was with her in 5 countries in 2 weeks in 1 year, and 5 countries in 2 weeks in another year. And how did she do it? I'm looking back, and I remember discussing it with her and saying, Daddy, do you think this is possible? And I was looking at the places that she hadn't been to within the Middle East and Europe, basically these 2 areas. And she looked at it and said, it should be okay. And Milu then picked up with a signal and also did the same. And there was a gathering in Jerusalem, and a rabbi who's a good friend of the BK's had put the program together. It was interfaith, so there were Christians, Muslims, and Jews. Jerusalem, the capital for 3 traditions. And Daddy had spoken about the power of silence, the power of peace. And then at the end of that, we had Q&A, and a question came from the gathering. Daddy, what are your thoughts about Bin Laden? And I was just remembering Baba because I know that Daddy knew the name and she knew a little bit about the personality. But, and Daddy also was aware that there was this mixed gathering. And Daddy's answer was, what I think is that God wants us to have a big heart and just send good wishes to everyone, that they may connect with God truly and be able to find the peace that they want. And the whole gathering, you know, when the question was asked, it became electric, tension. And Daddy just was so peaceful, and not just her words, but her presence just made everybody appreciate her response and how it was truly from the heart and very sincere and with nothing but good wishes, even for that soul.
Okay. That's amazing. I'm going to ask you one last controversial question, which has not been on my list, and it doesn't have to be long. What do you think? It's 13th day of Daddy's passing. Technically, the soul would have left the subtle regions. So what do you think? Is Daddy going to take the next birth, or is she going to stay up there?
I try to look back to what Baba has said about situations. And Baba said about Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba said about Brahma Baba, in that period of 13 days after Baba's departure in 69. And Baba said that for Brahma Baba, that this is the one soul who, like God, has been able to step out of the cycle and be with God. So truly, these 2, Bab Saman, and everybody else, number wise, even Mama, the number 2 soul. And I know that Daddy Gulzar's role has been as the second chariot, so that puts her in a different category in a sense. But deep down inside, I think that really Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba are very different to everybody else. And so I think that yes, she will take another birth, when, how, whoever, God knows, literally. But you see, because the 3 years that she was in Bombay, she was here in the physical world, but she wasn't. She was in a different dimension. And she was with Baba, serving with Baba. Whether it's scientists or politicians or whoever. Again, I think that as a baby, as a child, that soul can be on both levels, here in the physical dimension, but also serving with Baba from the angelic world. There have been several messages about Mama doing the same. After that, we haven't had some very specific messages about Daddy Janki, but my personal experience with Daddy Janki is that things have moved forward in service that didn't happen while she was physically here. So that's to me proof that she's doing something from up there. So I have no question that Daddy's going to be serving from up there. But I think that doesn't take her out of the dimension of the human story of birth and rebirth. That's where I am.
Yeah, right, great. Thank you very much. So gentlemen, before, I hope that next October we'll be able to come back to Melbourne. I'm missing double foreign brothers and sisters, and I really feel their presence is absolutely essential this year now. What can we do? Do you have something that you feel we can keep in mind, pay attention to from now until we next come to Madhuban?
Big question, because yes, I'm hoping that come October, the world situation will have changed, because it's not just Bharat, it's the whole world that you have first lockdown, second lockdown, third lockdown, who wants a fourth lockdown, but who knows. So I'm hoping that'll happen. And I think we just have to be very, very ready, both for ourselves to face unexpected dramas and situations in our own places. So this is where the stability and faith really has to come. And secondly, I think that we will be seeing Baba's wonders in terms of service and new doors opening for service. So I think we also have to be actually ready to be the proof of God's work. Baba sometimes said, the creation has to be revealed before the Creator is revealed. So does my life actually exemplify the fact that I have been studying with God for so many years, and I've had the sustenance of the amazing 8 jewels, and everybody abroad to a certain extent or another has had that sustenance. I've met people who now tell me, reading Daddy Nirmishanta's book, reading Daddy Prakash Mani's books or Daddy Janki's books is giving them that sense of sustenance. So I'm putting it blanket, everybody has had that sustenance. And so am I walking the talk? Am I being what Baba's wanting me to be? I think if we focus on these two things, the inner work, but also it then expresses itself externally, that is what is going to reveal Baba.
Okay, great, thank you. But should we have a special thought in meditation so we can come to Madhuban too?
No, I don't think we should.
All right.
I think we should leave it to Baba and Rama to decide what the need is.
All right. Right. I'm here, I'm lucky that I'm here, but I know lots of people are missing Madhuban, missing India. Actually, there's something here that you have to touch base with them.
It's our country, our home, our land for thousands of years. That's the whole Brahmin family, not just those with a brown skin.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And so this is for the double foreigner season, which will be aired in
April.
That's right. So thank you very much. And
well, thank you. It's been a beautiful topic to explore. So good questions. Thank you.
Om Shanti. That is really, really a very enriching chit chat. And it took place at Dadi Gulzar's meeting room in Shantiwan. Whilst listening to the chit chat, did you feel the subtle presence of Dadi? I felt, of course, the picture was there, but it is like Dadi is watching from up above. Such an amazing feeling. And, just take some time, just feel some of those sharing, just feel them, hold that sacred feeling deep in your heart, and see yourself as the pillar of light, one of the pillar of light that is here to empower the gathering. So you see yourself as that, and take those points in you and hold the sacred feelings for a while. There is a humble request from all of you, because today we are feeling the power of the gathering. We are now at Shantivan together with Sister Manda and Sister Jayanti. Thank you so much to them for that beautiful chit chat and interview. Now, there is a small seva or a simple request to all of you. We have all the seniors with us now. Actually, they are with us. The original jewels are with us, but also some of our seniors need some sakash from us. They are recovering. Ishudadi, Nirvebai, they are recovering, and all other seniors as well. But we can send them sakash for a short while. So now I would like to request for 3 minutes, let's send our sakash to them. Om Shanti. Thank you so much. We have kind of, made some service actually, haven't we? Kind of Sakash Seva. So thank you so much. And now it's time to share our experience. So we will have a few sisters, brothers sharing with us. So one sharing will be from Sister Sisfuyoko from Japan. We would like to invite Sister Sisfuyoko from Japan. Hello, Sister Sisfuyoko.
Hello, Om Shanti from
Oh,
Hiroshima, Japan. Hello.
okay, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Okay, so you can share your the benefit you took or your experience.
Sure. Thank you for this opportunity, and Om Shanti to all the global family, PK family. It's my pleasure to have this opportunity to share my experiences through this double foreigner Madhavan retreat. So I have about 1 minute, correct? Yes? Brother Kruba, is that 1 minute, yes?
You can take 1 to 2 minutes, no problem.
Okay,
Don't worry,
okay.
no problem.
So first point I'd like to share is that what an amazing, beautiful experience that I got to have with everyone, so many people. I think even now we have 362 participants, which is amazing. I mean, it's just a very powerful experience to be able to gather together like this and to be able to focus and put everybody's attention and focus together on one direction and sit in silence, remembering Baba together. That is such a powerful experience alone for me. So thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. So that's one. And the second one, through Muli class yesterday by Sudesh Didi, and also this morning, Avyakta Muli by Dr. Nilmara. It was just, I felt like I was in Madhuban myself. So I felt pure energy of Madhuban, and also that it is such a beautiful Sudesh Didi's and Dr. Nimara's beautiful, loving, powerful energy. I completely felt it through listening to their Muli classes, and I could feel that the knowledge, the gyan, as if it was pouring, the rain pouring on me. So I could absorb and absorb. So that was such a beautiful experience. Yeah. And so thirdly, what I took from this is that, made me realize how important it is to really imbibe those virtues that Baba teaches us, the inheritance that we claim, but imbibe them. And I thought we really need to become embodiment of those. And most importantly, now more than ever, necessary to donate those virtues to those around us in our world. So that's what I'd like to take from this beautiful global retreat. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and Om Shanti to everyone.
Sister, just one question before
Yes,
you leave. Are we
sure.
still in Madhuban or we are not in Madhuban? Are we still in Madhuban?
Of course, I haven't left. I'm with you in Madhuban. Yes, that's my answer.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Om
That's
Shanti.
really nice. That's very
Thank you.
lovely. Okay, there's a request for those who want to share. You can go to the reaction button. If you go to, when you go to scroll down, that is the reaction button. And there's a emoji face there, smiling face there. You just click it and then you can choose raise hand. Let me try that myself. Yes, it is there. So for those who want to share, yes, already someone has chosen. So we will, yes, that's great. We will spotlight them. Yes. Om Shanti Bhai.
Om Shanti, brother. Om Shanti.
Okay, your brother Daula Sham, is it right? Am I?
That's my Zoom ID name.
Okay.
This body name is Sadiq Ali from ORC Delhi.
Oh, brother, I have
Om
seen
Shanti Retreat
you.
Center. Yes, yes, Kruba. I know you. I know you very well.
Okay,
You
so
bring the
that's
groom
nice.
home.
So from someone from other band, or even
Yes,
sorry, Bharat, India,
yes, yes.
ORC,
I am
ORC.
ORC. I am very happy to join with this online Bati program. Especially this is my first time of the experiences. I never sit in the online Bati, but this is the first time I join with the online Bati. I would say that before when we conduct the retreat, we are being in close with each other with the distance, a physical distance of just only 2 feet and 3 feet. But now we are having the distance of miles and distance, but still our hearts are being connected together. So I feel the theme, the gathering is also very nice, very appropriate. So when sister from Japan, she is also sharing this one. That means we are being in close. See, you are sitting in Malaysia, I'm sitting in India, some people in Russia, this one, but still we have the feeling we are all in one place as our own incorporeal, the corporeal home, and conducting the retreat and experiencing the silence. And I believe that this is purely because of what is printed in our the heart regarding our home, that could easily lead to connect with our home, even though we get the guidelines from Malaysia, from Kirubabai, so that I could feel very the power of the gathering. I could feel that, and especially when that last hour session by the Jayanti says that we should have the faith with the Baba and the concentration with the Baba, then he will make the experiences. And I would say yesterday when I was joined with the when you welcome the first timer, because for me it's the first time, when I listen the song played by Brother Kenbai, it is absolutely, I feel that the ambience of loveful embracement by the Bab Dada, and I felt his company, even though I sit in the room. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. It's the deep impact on the heart of this the retreat. So a whole lot, this retreat is very effective. And also I would say thanks to Baba who created, he inspired the technicians and that collective team of the Zoom. So the Zoom, even though it is the digital technology that combines the hearts of all the BK family, it's very fabulous. It's very fabulous. Thank you for giving an opportunity to share my experiences, and my best wishes to all the participants, and Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Bhai. Thank you. That's awesome and amazing. Really unexpected. That's awesome. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
All right. So anyone else want to join? Also, you can raise your hand if there is anyone, but there is also a few names are there. Let me see. There is a Sister Daisy from Denpasar. Is she around? Sister Daisy from Denpasar. Okay, whilst waiting, there is also one chat has come whilst waiting for someone to raise hand or join. This online Bhakti program seems to me a fulfillment of Baba's wish that there shall be a time when Brahmins will have one consciousness together and one powerful enough for people of the world to feel the BKs are indeed God's instruments to help establish peace in this world. That's from Brother Francis Philippines. So that's one sharing. So that's one that has come from Brother Francis. Okay, anyone else want to share? Okay, so there is another one more name suggested. Let me see. Okay, so that's sister from. Okay, anyone else want to join? You can share. You can also write in chat if you don't want to on your video. You're welcome. But there is that sister from Denpasar. Is she available? I think her name was mentioned earlier. Sister Daisy. Is she around? Sister Daisy? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, maybe what we can do is, yeah, we have some more time, but what I can do is I share my experience, okay? All right, I am so glad to be the MC. Now, actually, I am not the MC. I'm so sorry to say that word. That doesn't fit me. I am part of you. I just, I don't have anything else to say. So my mouth is saying something, but I'm also part of you and I'm also enjoying this retreat. So I'm also the participant. So do not include me in the MC list or organizers list. And the whole, retreat is so enriching that I feel that, the kind of aura I see in the faces when I look at the gallery, all lost in love, all lost in love. So, and at one point of time, I thought, am I missing something that they are so, enriched with smile and enriched with that aura that I immediately got infected by it. So it's not only the atmosphere, and also at the same time, the faces of all the pillars of light which I managed to see via the gallery view, that itself was amazing. And there is one from Sister Lalita of Japan. Lalita from Japan. Kirubabai, because of you, Madhuban feels so close, and every time you have different scene of Madhuban, so it feels you're talking to us from there. So real. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Lalita. That's amazing. And then there is one more. Oh, yes, that's just explanation just now when we call the sister. She actually was translating. Remember I was calling one sister's name. She is actually translating, so she's not able to join. And then there is one more. So intoxication to hear from Didi Nirmala that we can go home to Madhuban before the end time. Yes, I think that's amazing. In fact, she said maybe October. We don't know. Let's see. But that's the senior's pure wishes. Sure, Bhavna, And then we have one more from, let me get the name, Mira of Kazakhstan. She also shared earlier in the morning, Maya's deception and disguises in breaking the unity within the gathering is there. There was a consciousness, mine and yours. Such thoughts divided us. But at the present time, we are great souls because we know the importance of time, and now we are during the online ministry and got rid of the limitation in thinking and meow words. In the morning Baba say meow, meow, the Maya say meow, meow. So she's thinking and meow words, so that all about unlimited service is taking place. That's from Sister Mira, Kazakhstan. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, now we have one more sharing from Mentakap. Yeah, I think the Mentakap family, they want to share. Mentakap of Malaysia. Okay, we can spotlight them.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sister Sarla and Mentakap family.
Om Shanti. We feel that this sustenance is so great, so wonderful, and because we felt like being in Madhuban, and every one of us feeling missing Madhuban so much, but you have given. This whole program has brought us to Madhuban, and we felt Madhuban has come here to our home, to our center. So we felt, the silence was so incredible, so powerful. We felt like, when we were in the Tower of Peace, we were meditating the Tower of Peace. I felt that peace that I experienced, that silence of the soul world, I could feel it here. But otherwise, it is really not very powerful experience during this lockdown, with so much of energy being felt, very low energy, being felt when where people are experiencing so much of stress or financial problem and physical problem, or different kind of challenges. And so the energy of the atmosphere is very, very low. And yet this experience is really enriching. And we look forward to having this at least, like a sustenance for all the VKs as well as for the centers, because even like, it's empowering the center atmosphere. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, you also requested for it to be done on a regular basis. I think on a monthly basis, I guess. Well, anyway, the team is taking note of it. Let's see what they have got for that future program. And now we have Sister. Let's see. There's a few more here. Yes, Om Shanti. This is from. Let's see, Geeta, Sister Geeta, Om Shanti. I'm joining from India, Bangalore. Thanks for those wonderful bhakti. I felt I was in Madhuban. Now we are having a lot also from Bharat, yeah, from India actually, yeah. And then we have one more from Sister Deepika. She is, let me see, yeah, Sister Deepika, Om Shanti. This is also my first time double foreigner program. It's wonderful to have this precious time with BK family through this program. So this is another sharing. And let's see, this is from, I think, Geeta again. Let me see. Geeta, yes. It helped me to learn to reach Madhuban through the mind. Thanks for this wonderful experience. That's what one of the aim is actually, isn't it? We must reach Madhuban. And as Sister Sarla said it, Madhuban came to us. Madhuban is not any more far away. It came to us, yeah. And then from Sister, let's see, who is this? Shivani Sharma. Ah, okay. The reminiscence of the feeling of being very, very light, comfy, loved, belong, and very close to the complete stage of being close to my sweet silence home, Paramdam, a deep feeling of peaceful silence, of being close to Bab Dada, in bracket, not in Diamond Hall, but more personal and more intimate, and the energy of Madhuban and most profound feeling. It is time of uplifting experience. It is time uplifting experience. Yes, this is Shivani Sharma. I thought first when I read the name Shivani Ben, I thought it must be that Shivani, but anyway, there are also other Shivanis. Okay, and there is also one more from Medet. Yes, Sister Medet, Brother Medet, I think Sister Medet, she also sent message yesterday, earlier in the morning. This is, thank you for the newness of the experience of virtual Avyat retreat that is only possible at this time. Soul affirm the serenity I find in sweet golden silence, the courage to engage with humanity's radical evolutionary regeneration, and the wisdom of an angel who serves with a divine heart. Okay, we also have Sister Becky from Philippines who want to share. Is she online? Oh yes, Sister Becky, it's good to see you. Amazing. Welcome, Sister Becky. You can unmute yourself and you can share. Om Shanti. I think she is getting connected. Om Shanti Becky Ben, can you hear us? I think she's, the connection must be not so good there. Yeah, so it's, at least she has shared a drishti. She has come and shared a drishti. So Sister Becky, a senior sister from the Philippines, and we have another one more from Quezon. I don't know, I'm getting it right, from Philippines. I feel I'm in Madhuban and sparkling lights all around, like a sparkling diamond. This is the result when each one takes care of keeping one's pillar of light. Yes, thank you for that reminder, Sister from Sister Queen Zone, I guess, for reminding us. Yes, and that's the first day, isn't it, to take care of our light, the pillar of light, to energize the pillar of light we are. That's our responsibility. So that's very nice of nice sharing there. And Sister Paulina from Russia wants to share. This is what is written here. Don't know whether they are able to come on line, because they can raise their hand. We have another 2 more minutes actually. We have been really having a nice sharing here. Another 2 more minutes. If one person can raise their hand, if they have that the feeling of sharing, if you can raise your hand, we would like to project you. Or Sister Paulina, if you want to, we would very much pleased to have you. I don't think they are able to get it, but last maybe. This is from Sister, Harshpreet. I'm sorry, sometimes I may say sister or brother. Actually, I may not know exactly, but Harshpreet sound more like sister. Om Shanti, brother, thank you for the hard work for this bhakti. The best experience was actually reflecting on the points yesterday, the practice of being light with Brahma Baba. Also seeing our seniors talk, and also when we could see Didi walking back to her cottage life as if we are just there. And lastly, the brother who played an instrument for meditation from Bhawan. That was very warm. Thanks, Baba. Okay, I think we have had a wonderful sharing with all the different pillars of light from different parts of the world, and also from India. That's awesome, because we are from ORC, to have a brother from ORC as well. That was very enriching. We can go on sharing, and we should share this to Baba, isn't it? Each one of us, we must share this to Baba. And so we will continue sharing in our hearts and in our mind. We can tell Baba. But then for something interesting we would like to do now, we would like to have a Mentimeter. It's a kind of words cloud technology which will help us. So I would like to invite Brother Murli to share with us this technique or this concept. Then he will play that particular maybe video, or he may show the website so that you can click on it and share your experience. So Brother Murli, would you like to share that with our pillars of light?
Om Shanti. So if you go to the portal, you will see, if you browse down from your smartphone or your website, you will see a button here for family sharing. It's called Mentimeter. So you just can click this button, okay? And then you will be going to region selection. So here you have to select this region, Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. You select this region, okay? And then in this region, so we are in Asia region. Okay, because Australia and New Zealand, they are having their own sessions, and we are in this Asia regions. So once you click this, you will be taken into this page, okay, where you can type 3 words that describes what has made you shine more brightly after this retreat. Okay, then you can submit. So when you submit these words, it will come up on the screen, which I will share with you. Okay, so you all can go in. After you fill up these 3 words, you can submit. Okay, thank you.
So all can go to their portal and then you can share. And Brother Murli will show us the result. So go to the portal and click and then add the 3 words of your experience. I'm going to do that. So Murli Bhai, so you will then show to us, okay? Om Shanti. Om Shanti, as you click, it will refresh, and whichever word that is chosen more, it will come in larger fonts. You know, you can see like love, silence, Madhuban. You know, there is power of the gathering, purity, um, Baba's love. You know, Baba's love, Baba. So these are the words that has echoed in almost all of us. So the majority have chosen. So it get refreshed, yeah. So you just enjoy this view. You know, these are the words that has been chosen by all of us. So apparently the number of those who have shared can be seen at the bottom right corner, but it's not clear for me here. So, but for those who can see, you can see the number there. But overall, this is the 3 words. These are the words that you have shared. The Madhuban is still at its prominent, image. Then comes love, and then there is silence. These words keep on repeating. And I also saw that reflection. For some time I saw that. So you have been, it's good that you're enjoying the reflection. Yes, that's how we managed to get deeper. So these are the words that's been being shared. Okay, so I think we are more or less there. Maybe we can give 1 more minute for us to explore it, and then we will conclude this Mentimeter session. 117 has shared so far. So others also can share if you want to. There are 373 pillars, or those who are connected. Yeah, maybe some of them may be watching together in a group. But 374 are connected, or 375 right now. So you can share more if you want to. Okay, I think we have concluded. Yes, now it is bigger. Right. So this is so clear. Yes, thank you, Murlibai. This is very, very clear. So you can see which words are echoing in our hearts. Everyone is excited to see, right? Yeah. Madhuban, love, silence. Baba, peace, purity, pillar of light. Yes, we are pillar of light. Power of the gathering, the keywords. Today's theme, power of the gathering, feeling the power of gathering. Murli is there. Faith, happiness, Baba love, God's love. There's so much. Yeah, such a beautiful decoration of words. Thank you, Murli Bhai. This is really a very enriching feeling. Everybody can share it. All of us can share exactly what we feel. Okay, thank you so much. All right, now we're going to go for a stretch because we will join at Om Shanti Bhavan. So I will not come again to greet you. I will be there in Om Shanti Bhavan and you will join me there for meditation. Okay? So we will be at Om Shanti Bhavan and we will meditate. Okay? World Peace Hour. I remember Daddy Janki has said once, ever since the inception of World Peace Hour, I have never missed one. This is what Daddy Janki said. Ever since the inception or the beginning of World Peace Hour, she has never missed even one. So we should be enjoying World Peace Hour at 6:30. So take a break, refresh yourself, and then we will meet at Om Shanti Bhavan. Thank you. Om Shanti.
time is here to see the way I see you, a shining light, immortal and eternal. I'm right here by your side, whispering the truth of who you really are. The time has come to shed your earthly garment, to take your place as masters of time and space. There's nothing left to fear. Just take my hand and I will lead you back home. Spread your angel wings and fly. The gravity of love will take you higher. This I promise you, my child. The time has come. We're all going home. Going home. We're all going home. We're all going home. Spread your angel wings and fly. The